Sasquatch Sunset is one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen. And that says a lot, because I've seen Zardoz. Honestly, I have no idea how to describe this movie. I don't even know how to feel about this movie. Is it funny? Is it serious? Is it some kind of a prank? Is it a money laundering scheme? What do I even say about this thing? Is it a nature mockumentary? Is it a gross out comedy? Is it a drama? Is it some kind of pro-environmentalist message movie? Or is it some kind of bizarro fetish film for people that are really into Bigfoot? But I admit, I gotta hand it to the filmmakers because this movie has some serious balls. Because we see some crazy ass shit in this thing. We even get to see the miracle of the Squatch. I don't know, I'm just gonna show you some clips from this crazy thing, and if you still want to watch it, that's on you. Okay, so first of all, this movie doesn't really have a plot. It's just a family of Bigfoot, or Big Feet, out there in Northern California. And they're just wandering around, doing their thing, and they're just squatching all over the forest. In fact, there is way too much squatching in this movie. It made me very uncomfortable. Look, you can see their ding-dongs flopping around the whole movie. The Sasquatch sexuality is the central conflict of the film because the males just want to squatch, and the female does not want to squatch. Actually, she would rather just tickle her squatchina. So Papa Squatch, he wants to get his squatch on, right? But the rest of the squatches are busy making their little tent for the night. So Papa Squatch makes a pass at Mama Squatch, and Mama Squatch is not having it. And she tells him to go squatch himself. And then, oh no. He's not thinking about what I think he's thinking about, right? Oh my god. This movie has no dialogue whatsoever. The Big Feet literally just grunt like monkeys through the whole movie.
Oh. Hey. Oh. Oh.
And there are so many scenes of them just eating, just foraging there in silence. Again, I don't know if it's mimicking a nature documentary or if it's just to pad out the runtime, but the scenes of them just eating is a big chunk of the movie. So let me introduce you to our cast of characters here. We have Mama Squatch, who's the only female of the bunch. Papa Squatch, who's the alpha male, and you can tell he's the alpha male because he looks angry all the time. Brother Squatch, who's the beta male, and you can tell he's the beta because he's got this sympathetic looking face. And then there's a little Squatch, who I actually think is kind of cute. If I had to pick a main character, it would be Mama Squatch. Mama Squatch is the most responsible. She just wants to take care of her little Squatch and have a nice place to sleep for the night, and she keeps having to put up with all of these silly Sasquatch shenanigans. This movie is so random and it's so goofy that most of it feels like they just made it up on the spot, but then they couldn't have done it that way because they use all of these non-domesticated animals, like these wild animals or wild animals that should be wild, but they've clearly been trained, and the filmmakers must have spent a lot of money on these animals, and also they must have spent a lot of money and time on these costumes, because the costumes are actually pretty good and the makeup is really good too. See, this is why I'm so confused about this movie, because half of it is just nonsensical Sasquatch shenanigans, but at times it's also shot like a nature documentary or something that's supposed to be taken seriously, because it has this beautiful soundtrack, it has gorgeous cinematography, it has these slow-moving wide shots of the forest and the mountains that really let you appreciate the serenity of the environment. And then you also get this. Now here's a goofball scene, and this makes no sense whatsoever. So at this point, I thought this entire movie was just a big joke. One of the Squatches picks up a turtle, and then they start using it like a phone.
Rah. 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 Rah.
Then there's the scene where Papa Squatch gets high off of some berries or something, and he won't let the other Squatches eat it. And then the little Squatch who makes a hand puppet and he talks to it. That doesn't make any sense. And then there is Beta Squatch. He keeps trying to count, but he can't count past 3. And then there's Mama Squatch, who keeps sniffing her Squatchina. Message? Okay, so I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Sasquatch Sunset is an emotional roller coaster. This story of this family of Bigfoots, or Big Feet, is a little tragic, not gonna lie. And this is the part where I have to ask myself, is there a deeper meaning to this film? Is this film trying to tell us something? Or am I just tripping? Let's go to clue number 1. Here's the part where they come across a road for the first time. This is about halfway through, and it's obvious that they've never seen a road before because they're confused by it and they're afraid of it. Of course, a road is a man-made structure, and all the way up until this moment, we as the audience, we haven't seen anything man-made or any trace of human beings, so we can assume that the Bigfoot have never seen humans, or never seen anything that was made by humans. Also, it gives me the feeling that we, as the audience, are meant to see everything through the eyes of the Bigfoot. And these Bigfoot, they're so disturbed by this road that they become furious, and they all start pissing and shitting all over it. And then the female starts squirting her breast milk all over it, which might be a reference to El Topo, but I'm not sure. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I think this is a statement because this is such a strong visual metaphor that they're pissing and shitting all over civilization, because civilization is encroaching on them and encroaching on nature. And again, a clear visual metaphor here is the fact that the road cuts through the forest. It puts a dividing line through the forest, so it's disrupting the natural order of life. Clue number 2. We cut to a crow, which is a harbinger of death, and we see a log in the river. And this is a tree that has been marked with spray paint and then cut at both ends, so it was obviously done by humans. One of the males starts jumping on it and he falls and then he gets trapped under it. The female tries her best to save him, but tragically she can't, because every time she manages to move the log, he keeps getting trapped deeper underneath it. Both the female and the juvenile are frantically struggling to save him while he is drowning in the river, but sadly, neither of them have the knowledge or the ability to get him out from under this log. Being totally honest here, guys, this part really affected me, and this part actually marks a turning point in the movie where it stops being a random goofball comedy and it becomes something much more serious. Another aspect of this movie is that these Bigfoot have their own culture. They bury their dead, they make little symbols out of the twigs, and they are clearly mourning for the loss of their loved ones. Clue number 3. They come across a camper's tent, and again they become furious and they just start wrecking the campsite. Clue number 4, we see a bear trap with animal bones in it. Clue number 5, they walk through a forest where half of the trees have been cut down. Clue number 6, they see a forest fire. Now, of course, a forest fire could be caused by a lightning strike, but nowadays forest fires are more than likely a result of human activity, and you can see that in the expression on her face because she looks like she's never seen one before. Clue number 7 is the very last scene of the movie when they finally wander into human civilization, and then the soundtrack shifts into this rather ominous music. And they find themselves staring at a giant carving of a Bigfoot, and it seems like they're not sure if it's real or not because they're trying to talk to it. They're standing in front of this building. It's a real building in Willow Creek, California, and I know because I've been there. It's called the Willow Creek Bigfoot Museum. Throughout this whole movie, we don't see any other Bigfoot besides this family of Bigfoot. So I think it's implied that they are the last of their kind, and the fact that the movie ends with them standing outside of a museum dedicated to themselves, it's a statement saying, that's it. They're going extinct, and they're going to be a relic of history. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button with the little bell. Have a great day, and long live the Squatch!